Hey guys, so today, well, my name is Nikki and this is Pig Loves Mouse. And today I kind of just want to do a recap of the whole year and my whole journey this year of pretty much like trying to come back onto YouTube. And I don't know if you guys know, but I've been on YouTube for a while now. And I always have to look up to see when I started YouTube. I think it was about like 15 to 20 years ago. And I was in college. I don't know if you guys know my origin story on YouTube, but I was in college, I was in my room, I was bored, and I had heard about this game called Little Big Planet. And I was thinking, hey, this doll looks like he could be crocheted, but he was a knitted doll in the game. He looked knitted. And I've seen other people knit this doll too. I don't remember if I saw him knitted before I made it or I made it before. Yeah, so the knitted doll was being kind of shown off online somewhere. I don't remember. It was like on a forum or something, or maybe on the website. And I think it was one of the people who worked on the game. It was their mom who made it. It was so nice. And he had this like dragon sort of like headdress on. So I think it was then. It's kind of hazy, I don't remember exactly, but I think it was then that she had inspired me to make my own, and I didn't know how to knit dolls back then, so I crocheted. So yeah, then my channel Golden Jelly Bean was born, and then years and years and years later I changed it to Pig Loves Mouse. So let's see, when was my first, I started actually I think my first video was reviews. I did reviews of electronics. I don't remember if I ever did reviews of makeup, because I saw my sister reviewing makeup and I'm like, oh hey, I can do YouTube videos too. So then I did reviews, and I think I started with makeup and then I moved on to electronics. And I remember my review of the Sennheiser headphones, I don't remember exactly which one, was sort of gaining some views. I'm not saying it was popular, it was just getting some views. And then I did like a tutorial of how to make your background of your photos transparent, and that one got a lot of views. So I'm like, wow. And then I started just doing random videos. I did drawing videos and a whole lot of that. And then I stuck to tutorials, crochet tutorials. And then I took a long break because I did go to nursing school, and then I was thinking whether I would do nursing or YouTube as my long term. And then I thought, my parents spent so much money supporting me with nursing, so I'm staying with nursing. So then I kind of put YouTube on a back burner a little bit. I did do some videos, giveaways and random videos, and then I got married, had kids, and then that's when I just like stopped making videos. And then YouTube was like, oh, you haven't been making videos for that long, so now you're not partner anymore. I was like, oh my gosh, I should have been making videos. But anyway, this is my journey to getting back into the groove of things and trying to make this kind of like a side hustle kind of thing, because I don't think this can be my career, because it's just, YouTube is so different nowadays, and there's just so many trends and so many things that it's just, I don't want to do, and I'm not willing to do any of that just to, you know, get up there. So I'm just, you know, moving along, doing YouTube videos, trying to see what you guys want to watch in terms of what I do. Fast forward to the beginning of this year, and kind of like Christmas time. I don't remember when I started this, but I did want to, okay, I hear my kids. Someone's asking a question. Okay, let's try to make this quick. Okay, fast forward to like the end of last year, the beginning of this year. I wanted to do a market, and so then I was looking online. I don't remember what I found, but I was introduced to fluffy yarn, like this chunky yarn that I have never ever used before. Back when I started, it was just this yarn, you know, Red Heart, and acrylic yarn is a lot of people are using. And I don't know when this started, because I kind of just like shut myself off on watching YouTube videos for a while, and I didn't watch any crochet videos. So this got introduced to me, and it's very nice to work with, but the only problem is there's not a lot of details you can get unless you're working with smaller yarn. Because I mean, I can't, unless I want to make a gigantic version of him, I can't make it with this yarn. I like both. In terms of cuteness, this definitely makes cuter dolls, but if you want the detail, you're gonna have to go smaller. But yeah, I made a whole lot of dolls, and I was looking at market prep videos. And then I realized suddenly, why am I doing this? I can just come back on YouTube 100% instead of doing all these market things, because it does cost a lot of money. And I have 4 kids. I can't just go to markets anytime I want. It was just a whole lot of money, a whole lot of time I didn't have. So I decided to just stop. And then I had counted how many dolls I made to see if I made enough for a market. I made like over $100. I think it was like 120 something. I'm like, wow. So I did give some of them as gifts this year for Christmas because what am I gonna do with so many dolls? I gave to my kids, my nieces and nephews, some of them to their teachers this year for ornaments. So yeah, there was a whole lot of things that I made, and I'm just trying to give them away to people because I don't want them sitting in the closet like collecting dust and just like sitting there forever. But anyway, I'm just gonna show you some of the things that I made. I'm starting to forget, so I am looking here, I guess like a year ago, what I made, because I did make some videos of what I made and it's kind of having trouble loading right now. I started with, some of these dolls are like upstairs and I don't know where they are. I'm sure I could find them, but I'm just kind of like, oh, this doll is upstairs. Okay, I could go upstairs, but then I feel like I'm gonna be pulled in so many directions. Like my kids are gonna ask me questions and then I'm gonna have to do this and that, so I don't. All right, well, I'm gonna go upstairs and get this doll because I really like, this is one of my favorite makes of this year and I use it a lot when I'm not with my kids because it doesn't really carry that much. It carries my stuff, but it doesn't carry like diapers and snacks and stuff. So okay, I'll be right back. I'm back. Okay, so this is the doll. Well, bear sort of, it's a doll bag that I'm talking about. So I got this idea from, I will link her website down below because the one that, okay, so I wanted to buy a bag from her. It was sold out. And then I didn't want a pink one. I kept checking back to see if it would be back in, and it was just never in, and was the pink one and other dolls. I really wanted it, so I made one for myself, and I did a tutorial on how to make this. So I do have a tutorial, so if you want to buy the bag from her, the link is down below, and if you want to follow a tutorial on how to make this bag, it's going to be down below as well. I did see Made with April wear one of these at one of her cons, so that's where I got the idea of checking the link, and it was sadly sold out. I guess it's a good thing that it was sold out so that I could make this bag because I really love this bag. I did make it out of burn out blanket, and this kind of like spurred my passion, I guess you would say, making bags this year because I did make, okay, this is not in order. I didn't make this first. I did make this probably sometime in the summer or something like that. Anyway, this is probably one of the first bags I made this year. I don't remember if I made another one. So there's that, and I wanted to make another one for my daughter. So I bought the yarn for it, but then I decided to make something else. So this is what I made for her. This bunny bag, and she wanted it to have really floppy ears, and I think I made a video of this too. So that link is gonna be down below. So if you guys saw this, there's pockets in the ears, there's the main pocket here, and it's a fluffy cover because she wanted it to be kind of like doll-like. And I use the magnetic snaps. Wow, this camera is having trouble. I don't know if it's focusing. I'm trying to hide my face because I think it's trying to focus on my face. And it has arms and legs. It's really cool trying to make bags because I was looking at different methods of making the straps, and I found out this method, which is pretty cool. It looks kind of braided, and because I had her pick, and she picked this one. I learned a lot of things making bags. So there's this bag right here, and there is, I will put a clip of it over here, somewhere around my head over here, of the other bag that I made. It was an orange elephant bag, and I had my daughter kind of like carry it around just to show what it's supposed to look like, and that was supposed to be for my niece, so she got that for Christmas. And let's see, this bag that I made for my son, I don't know where I was going with this. It's not my favorite, but it's pretty cute. So it's from my original design of the sack boy that I was talking about earlier, and I turned him into sort of like a crossbody bag, and my son put like, I think there's cars in here. So he likes to put his cars and blocks in here. And then, wow, there's a lot of things in front of me actually. And then there's a Pokemon bag that I believe I did a video of too. So that link is gonna be down below. So all these dolls and things that I'm showing you, most of them have links. So I'm just gonna show all the links down below. And there's this Pokemon bag that I made, and it just opens up. Oh, he has like a little, this eagle that I made in the beginning of the year. I thought these were really cute. So this is what I gave the teachers this year, my kids' teachers, the eagle, and then I put a ribbon so you could make it into an ornament. So I did that this year because I was just swamped this year. I don't know what happened. This year went so fast, and I just didn't have time to make ornaments, or just didn't have the energy, mental capacity to even think. Like, I made quite a few ornaments, and I just I always struggle every year at the end of the year. What should I make? So, oh, if you want to make a few ornaments, well, for next year, I guess, for next year, next Christmas, I do have links down below, or you could just check out my playlist. I will be making a playlist of Christmas related videos, like tutorials, on my page. Let's see what else. Oh, I did also make this bag. Speaking of bags, I made this bag too. These were supposed to, if you guys watched my old videos or my old shorts, I was talking about making the This Is Us cardigan that Rebecca wears. I started this way, the traditional way of starting a granny square, and then I realized when I was looking at pictures, I'm like, wait, it doesn't look like that. So I had already made these squares, so I made it into a bag. And then speaking of the cardigan, I made, well, you know, I made this by All About Ami. So I really love this one. This one is the one that I wear the most, actually, because I did follow the pattern and it actually fits me, and I love the cuff and everything about it. So this one, I don't wear all that often. I have worn it somewhat, but after I made this one, I wear this one a lot more. So this is what the cardigan looks like. This is a very interesting way of making the granny squares, that I kind of eyeballed it and guessed how to make it based on what someone had posted on Etsy. So I really like the way it's constructed. It's very interesting. I've never made a granny square like this before, and I had to make so many, and I made too many of the squares. So I want to make the rest of the squares into another tote, but I haven't gotten around to it, and I actually forgot about it until now. So I will do that sometime in the future. So it'll be a 2026 project, and hopefully it will be in another one of these videos. Okay, and then I'm just like jumping around right now. I made this blanket, the star blanket that everyone has been making. Okay, this video was supposed to be quick, but it's actually taking longer than I hoped. But I have to really make it quick because my kids are just, they want me upstairs. So, okay, so there's that blanket that I made. And I have also started a second one because at church I have a class that I have every fall to make something. I usually choose, like the first time I chose to do a Christmas stocking, so we did that, and then this time I chose to do the star blanket. So this one is from the Red Heart Melange. I think that's how you say it. I'm not really sure how to pronounce that. And it's really beautiful. I really like this, but I don't really like working with the yarn. I like the way it looks, but working with the yarn, it twists. So that's my least favorite part about it. But I really do want to finish it. Or I could just leave it this way and put it on one of the couches because it kind of matches. Maybe. I'm not sure. I mean, I match. I feel like I match the couch. Anyway, yeah, I might just leave it this way, but I did add some more yarn just so I could finish a couple rows or so. But yeah, I'm not sure how big I want to make this. I don't know. We'll see. But I just stuck this in here, and once my class ended, I kind of just didn't go back to it. So I think next year for the fall, for my class, I think I'm just gonna do Bring Your Whips, and just so more people will join, because less people joined this time. I think it's because it was the intimidating word blanket. I don't think anyone wanted to make a blanket. I think that's why. There were like 4 of us, and one person was a beginner, and she decided not to join. I was like, oh my gosh, I feel so bad because I guess I didn't say it's more, I guess maybe I should have said more for intermediates, because if you're just like a beginner, it's kind of hard to start, and it's hard to, you know, navigate through the pattern. So I also made Escape from Expedition 33, as you know, if you played the game. It's game of the year this year, and it's a really, really wonderful game, and I really got inspired to make him. He is probably the most intricate doll I made this year. Probably not my most intricate make ever, because those were, if you read my blog, well, that link's gonna be down below. Those masks I made for a Masked Singer event for church. I made 4 of them: a lion, a lamb, an eagle, and a fish. So those are I spent a lot of time on those. I spent a whole lot of months trying to figure out what to do, because there's no guide and nobody has any patterns for any of those. I was looking on Pinterest for ideas, and most of them are paper mache and I don't know, some other material. Nobody had ever made any masks out of yarn, so I kind of just had to wing it for a lot of them, and I'm just really proud of those masks. This is not the most intricate I've made, but it's close. I'm really proud of him. And I also made Noko, and I do have a support in him, like a skewer, so that he doesn't, like, his head doesn't bob up and down, so that's why he's pretty secure. And for the hair, I used pipe cleaners. I couldn't find ones that match because I only had these colors. If I had white, I probably would have painted them, but I did not. I will be finishing him soon, next year. That's one of my goals, one of my to-do. It's on my to-do list. If you saw my video, the video links will be down below of how to make him. I did make the frame for his shop pack that he carries, and I haven't figured out quite yet what to put on it. I do have things, I just have to arrange it on the pack. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, I did make Mushroom Guy. He's over there. He's gigantic. I didn't use the pattern. I did this freehand. That's why this little frilly thing is really frilly. I should have added less, but he just looks very comfortable in this. And if you've seen the video, you know that I filled this with plastic bags just so it wouldn't be floppy. I didn't like the floppy look. I wanted it to be more fluffy, so it's actually on his head and it doesn't, like, I don't know, I didn't like the look where it just kind of like laid flat on the head, because when you look at a mushroom, it does not look like that. And I did name him Matcha. There's a whole bunch of stuff here. I guess I'll show you this thing that I made for my daughter's birthday, because I did order some felt letters and they didn't come in fast enough, so I did make her own letters. I had to look up how to make them because I've never made them before. I mean, I could have winged them, but I wanted them all to be the same size, and I was in a rush, so I just looked up how to make them. Here, just all the letters that I made. It's pretty cool, and then I just stuffed them just a little bit. So I did that. So this is the first time I actually, well, maybe not the first time, because I did make, I don't know if I ever showed it, but it was a sign that I made for the one market that I actually did near where I live. And I crocheted like a rectangle, and then I did a whole, like a chain, and then I spelled out Pig Loves Mouse on it. That's upstairs. I could get it for you, but I am not going to do that. It's like up high and I don't feel like going to get it. And so yes, this is the second sign that I made, which is pretty interesting. It's pretty cool. And then, and I think I made this one this year. This guy that I talked about a while ago, I really love him. I did not follow the pattern, but this yarn right here, it's Bernat Blanket, and I don't remember the brand. I know I mentioned it before in one of my videos. I don't like this one only because the dye just comes off. I don't even know if it was coming off of my fingers, because when you look at your hands, it's kind of like, you know, reddish pinkish already, and that's the kind of dye that's coming off of this. So when the only reason why I found out is because I was using a crochet hook that was white, and then it turned it reddish. I'm like, I'm not going to use that again. It does look cool, but I am not going to be. My daughter wanted to cuddle with this. I'm like, I don't think that's a good idea. I didn't want the dye to come off on her face while she was sleeping, so I didn't think that was great. But it looks cool. If I was going to create it again, it would not be this yarn that I keep on talking about that I'm going to finish, but I never finished it. It's the shawl that I started a while ago that I didn't finish. I don't know why, I just didn't finish it. This one that I started, this one takes a while to finish too. It took me about like a week and a half or something to finish this. It's the Sophie hood. I finished this, but I didn't finish the other thing. This is smaller. Well, I don't know. It might be about the same size, but I really love this hood. It's very, very warm. I would really recommend you guys get this pattern. It's free on the website, but if you want no ads, you have to purchase it. I don't remember if it's on her website or on Etsy, but I will be putting all the links down below. And if I forget one, you can comment and ask me because I might forget. Oh, I just want to show you these that I made for my daughter's birthday. So it's not crochet. It's these, because the theme for birthday in February was Bluey. So I made these. I don't remember where I got the, I don't know. I think I just looked for an image, cut up the parts, and just sewed it together. just as props. Okay, now I'm gonna show you all the things that I made. The market that I was going to, well, it was actually not a specific market. It was a market that I was gonna just like search for. This is one of the makes. I'm not completely happy with how the eyes are. They're kind of crooked, as you can see. Yeah, that one's lower. But when you look at it from the side, it looks pretty cute. And then, oh, I forgot to bring up, or bring down downstairs in the basement. I forgot to bring down the dragon that I made, but I did finish it. So I guess that'll be in next year's video because I didn't make her wings. So I gotta make her wings. I put all my stuff in bags just to organize them. I made a bunch of these whales. These are so cute. So I had gifted these whales to my husband's cousin's kids. So I made a whole bunch of them. So most of them are pink, actually. This one's so small. I really love this one. Look at it. Look how cute. And let's see, I made whales, snakes. I made axolotls. Those are all gone. And then I made a new one because my niece wanted one after she saw 3 of her cousins get one for Christmas. She's like, can I have one, please? So then I just made it because she asked 2 days before, or 2 or 3 days before Christmas. So it was really easy. It's a really quick make too. And I made these. These are so cute. There's narwhals. I made a few of them. I gave some of them away to my kids, but this is the one that I didn't give away. There's one that I made that was green. There's another one that's like really neon pink in color. There was a giant one in here. I think, oh, my daughter has that. That was a different pattern. And then I made these turtles. I really love making these turtles. They're very cute. They're very easy to make. They're very customizable. I've seen some people put like fruits, flowers all around the back. So these turtles are very easy and very cute and very lovable. Oh yeah, this one, I made little tiny turtles. These little tiny ones. There's so many. I made these ones with the acrylic yarn. And after working with this yarn, it just kind of like made my hands cramp up a little bit because I wasn't used to it since I was using the chunky yarn for like months. But yeah, I made a couple of these little cuties. Then I also made this that now I notice I messed up on the legs. Oh no, wait, no I didn't. Yeah, no, they just look kind of wonky. But anyway, a sunflower turtle. I didn't follow a pattern for this one. Oh, and then here's some more whales in this bag. And a whole bunch of these little tiny octopus. Oh my gosh, this one I made into a keychain. I don't know if he's gonna focus. Focus, please. Anyway, he's not gonna focus. Oh, there he is. He's focusing. Anyway, I made the octopus and I made a whole bunch of other ones with different colors. This one is in brown. There you go, it's focusing. Yeah, these are fun to make. There's different colors. I made a purple one, red one, and then, oh, there's this golden one. I thought this was cool. This golden one, I embroidered the eyes. I didn't put safety eyes in this one. So they're really fun to make. And there's a whole bunch of other ones down here that are the same. Trying to see ones that are not. Don't remember when I made this, but this hat is in here. It's Baby Shark. So I make these every time for my kids. Whenever it's like, for preschool, they have crazy hat day. So this one is for my 3rd child. And for my daughter, I will have to think of another cool hat. For my 1st child, I did a unicorn hat. For my oldest son, I did a dragon hat. For my youngest son, I did Baby Shark. And for my youngest child, I'm not sure. I have to ask her. She probably will have an opinion about that. I made a whole bunch of capybaras. These are really cute. And then I tried to make a loaf cat, but I actually made like a loaf of bread cat. I thought this was cute. But a keychain. And then what else? Oh, and then I started making a whole bunch of birds. Oh, my hair is on this one. These are the birds that I gave away for Christmas, but little smaller ones. Let's see if I can find a smaller one in here. Oh, there's an albino capybara. Oh my gosh, there's just so many dolls around me right now. Oh, and then I made, I'm sorry, I'm like all over the place. I keep finding things that I made. This year, for my daughter's birthday, made little bunny keychains for party favors. So I made a whole bunch of these, and then some of them look different. Oh, and then I made these little tiny chickens. Oh my gosh. I forgot about these. I'm sorry if you hear some screaming. I'm trying to make this as quick as possible. I think they're fine. Okay. So I made a whole bunch of these chickens. I did make the blue chickens from Stardew Valley. I don't know if I have any more of those left. Oh, I found another bunny that I made differently. This blue one where the ears are on the side. I kind of tried to make some of them different looking. I made this little tiny bird with, wait, what is it supposed to be? It's supposed to be a frog hat. I did follow a pattern for this one. For a lot of these, I did follow patterns. Most of them are free. This was a paid for pattern. I'm just hoping that I'm gonna remember to put all the links down below. I decided not to put the eyes in because he was so small. I mean, I guess I could have embroidered it on, but the way the pattern was, the hat was kind of like sticking out, so I had to sew it down, but he's very cute. I only made one of him. Oh yeah, I forgot. I made these scrunchies. I started making these scrunchies because I wanted to sell them for like one of those $5 things you get at the markets. So I tried to find the softest yarn. This one is pretty soft, but there's other ones that are softer, and I was just kind of like struggling to find what yarn would be the best. The fluffy yarn was really nice. I made one and I decided not to sell it, and then my daughter really loves it. She claimed it. And these mallards are really cute. Yeah. I might just make more birds. They're so cute. Yeah. I like the, oh, I saw someone made a bird on a swing, or like those little animals on the swings. I want to make those. And then those charmamals, I think that's what you call them. Those ones are really cute too. I might make those because I have a whole bunch of chunky yarn that I really want to use up because I have no other use for them except for market makes, and I'm not going to do any markets. So I guess I could do those, and for gifts, I'm just putting these all back because I'm trying to clean up before I go upstairs, and I feel like someone's going to call me right now. But this is also the year that I started knitting again. I did knit that stock. Oh, I put away the stocking. I don't know if you guys saw that picture. Did I make a video of the stocking that I made? Anyway, I knitted a stocking for me and my husband because my kids each have a stocking. My sister knitted them for Christmas, so then I made one for me and my husband, and it's like gigantic. So that took me a whole year. I started it, I believe, in maybe Christmas time last year, and then into this year, I just finished it right before Christmas. So yeah, that took forever, only because it was time consuming. So this is a project that I'm currently working on, a scarf, and this is the first time I've ever worked with kids silk yarn. I'm thinking, wait, what is it? I have the packaging here because I bought more so I could make something for my daughter with this. It's made in Romania. It's called Rowan Kid Silk Haze, made with super kid mohair, and it has 70% mohair and 30% silk. So let me show you what it looks like when it comes in. It's packaged like this, and it's so very soft. It's really soft, and I keep on trying to put it on my skin to see if it would be itchy, and I think it'd be okay. I started knitting with it, and I'm holding it with this mandala line brand yarn, and let's see what color it is. Banshee, this one. And I'm using this color. I don't remember the name of the color, but I'm holding it with this yarn, and it looks like this so far. And I think the colorway is really beautiful, and I think it matches well. So I'm just curious to see, because there is a little bit of like green in here. I'm curious to see how it would look next to the green. I haven't gotten there yet, but I already went through one ball of the yarn, so this is my second. I'm hoping that it will actually be long enough and I won't have to buy another one, because this is really expensive. It's like $15 at least per ball. So yeah, it's really expensive. I just wait for my Amazon points to come in, and then I use that to buy it, or like birthday money, because it's really pricey. But it really does feel, it feels really soft. Yeah. So for this one, I just did kind of like a checkered pattern for it. If you can see, I did knit for 5, purl for 5, knit for 5, purl for 5, and I did that for 5 rows, and that's how I got the square. I think somewhere down below I messed up and I did 6 squares by accident, but that's pretty much the pattern for the whole entire thing, because I thought that I would get so bored if it's just knit, purl, and it was like one side was just knit and one side was purl, I would just not even work on it. But this one is keeping me more entertained, so it's more interesting working with it with this pattern. And then I did start another one, but this time I'm not holding this with anything. I think it's a moss stitch, the one where you do knit purl for 2 rows and then you switch and you do purl knit for 2 rows and then you keep switching, and it's supposed to have this interesting texture. But since I'm using like a bigger needle, I'm not sure if you can see what's going on, but I still like it. It's very airy. But I mean, if it doesn't show the moss pattern, or the moss stitch, I still like it, so I'm still gonna use it. So I'm using the same thing, mandala and banshee, so that's gonna be interesting to see it fully when it's finished. This one I'm gonna use to make my daughter a scarf. She does want a Sophie hood, so I might start making this for her. So I think she wants the same exact color, just shorter. So I'm gonna make that, and then I also want to do this too. There's another wool yarn, I think from Lion Brand, somewhere in the closet, and it's white, and I think I might just try to make a scarf with that because I use scarves all the time, or I make another hood with it. So I'm pretty sure there's other things that I'm working on that I forgot to tell you. There's that cushion cover that I was working on that I was supposed to finish before Christmas, but I never did. So I think I'm gonna do that for next Christmas. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna try to work on more knit projects and eventually finish a sweater. I don't know if I'm gonna finish the sweater, but I will try to finish a sweater this year. I know I make a lot of things that looks like it takes a lot of time, but for some reason, making an actual sweater, like not the chunky kind, but the skinny, like the ones with skinnier yarn, it just kind of a little bit more daunting. I guess I get bored with it and then I want to do something else. So it's like one of those projects that if I'm waiting in the car for my kids to come home from school, that's the kind of project I would work on in the car. So I guess it's just going to be one of those car projects, or I'm waiting somewhere, kind of like I'm waiting to do something kind of project. So wish me luck this year for finishing that sweater. I frogged the crochet one that I was doing, and I'm doing it knit this time, so wish me luck that I'll finish it this year. And I'll actually be wearing it for next time when it gets cold again in the fall. Oh, that's right, I did want to show you a couple of gifts that I got. This is, and now I'm blanking on the name because I don't have the packaging. I don't remember, but I'll probably link it down below, or I'll just like write it up here somewhere. This is a knitting needle that I got recently. I've been trying to find ones that are like higher quality, and this one is made out of olive wood, I believe that's what it said, and I was really curious, and it's very smooth and I really love it. This one my daughter got it from me from their Christmas shop at school. She got me a sewing kit. She knows me so well. And I got myself this. I think it's Tunisian crochet, right? I think I'm confusing all the types of crochet, but I believe this is for Tunisian crochet, where you kind of hook up like cords, so you can go and make something longer. I'm not talking about this correctly, but anyway, this is what I got. Another thing that I got for myself. It's Clover brand, so I'm hoping that it works well. And let's see, what else did I get for myself? I got myself a book. Got myself a journal that I'm filling up right now. For those of you who bullet journal, I know you guys do it like every month, but sometimes I just don't have any time for that. So I try to do it at the beginning of the year and fill out the whole book, because if I don't do it now, it's never gonna get done and it's never gonna get filled out. So I think that's it. I'm sure I'm forgetting something. I hope I'm not forgetting a lot, but I will link down. I'll have a lot of links down below. Yeah, so this is pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos and supporting me on this channel, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be making videos right now, because it's just so much more enjoyable when I get to interact with everybody in the comment section. So thank you guys for all your support. I'm so excited to make more videos for you guys for next year. Leave a comment down below on what you want to see in this channel. And yeah, I hope you guys had a great year this year. I want to wish you guys a happy new year, because this is pretty much the last video I'm making. Tomorrow is 2026, so it's very exciting. And yeah, I can't wait to see where this channel goes in the next year. I do want it to grow, so I'm open to new ideas, and I am also planning new videos for next year, so that's exciting. Okay, I just got cut off by my camera saying the maximum recording time has been reached. Anyway, I was just trying to say goodbye. Yeah, so this has been Pig Loves Mouse, and I will see you guys next year. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you guys see a hype button somewhere, I'm not sure if that's only for partners or I'm not sure. Anyway, it'll be down below if it's there. I'm not sure. But anyway, I will see you guys next year. Bye.